Welcome to our Plugs Community Connection. I am your host, DJ Kitty Cat, with my sister co-host, Miss Morningstar on WKRA 92.7 FM The Change. If you're looking for the best in news, current events, community outreach programs, and shopping connections, you've come to the right place. We've got a great mix of content and community connections lined up for you this evening, along with special guest interviews. So, grab your favorite drink of choice, turn up the volume, and let's get into it.
Good morning, WKRA 92.7, The Change. Happy Friday. It is Friday. Yes, it is. It is another beautiful morning, another day that the Lord has woken us up, and it's time to get to work. But Friday is the end of the work week and the beginning of the weekend. Yes, yes, and yes. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, Miss Morningstar. You're on mute. Happy Friday. Happy Friday.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday.
Good morning.
Y'all see, I'm already ready to start my weekend. I'm on mute. That's how I go when I start my weekend. I go on mute from work. But happy Friday, everybody. I'm glad to be here this morning.
Me too. Glad to be here. Glad to see another beautiful day. And it's going to be a beautiful day. Irregardless to anything, I claim it, and I hope that you guys claim it as well.
Please
A beautiful
do.
We're not doing anything else besides that. Get you some coffee, something sweet to drink, something good to drink. It's some nourishing, nutritious meal. And let's get on into it. Today is a wonderful day. We've got some exciting news. We've got Mrs. Jack on. She's going to tell us about her new lineup, her new line of, I'm not going to give it away. She's going to tell us about her new products. Let's just leave it at that. You guys got to tune in to see what she's got going on. But before we get started, we always start our show with a morning affirmation from our affirmation queen, Mrs. Morningstar. So, sis, what do you have for us today?
All right. So let's get into it, guys. Let's start the weekend off wonderful. When we talking about small businesses and overcoming obstacles and challenges, that's what I want you to manifest when you think about this affirmation. So, to manifest a successful small business, you got to use positive affirmations daily. Focus on your goals, your abilities, and the possible impact that your business will have on your community and will have on your family. Okay, so let's talk about it. Challenges are opportunities for growth and learning. Make sure you say, I am resilient and I can overcome any obstacles. I'm grateful for the lessons I've learned from setbacks. I'm always learning and improving my skill. I am patient and I trust the process. Trust that process, y'all, because that's something I have to tell myself on a regular. Trust the process. I am attracting abundance of prosperity to my business. I am financially secure and comfortable. I'm grateful for the financial success of my business. I am attracting the right clients and customers to my business. I am making a positive impact on the world through my business. So these are just some good things, you guys. Take some notes, jot it down. If you're running a small business, tell yourself this every day. Give yourself some encouragement because you're already doing the hard part.
Absolutely. And who is a better cheerleader than yourself? And
That's
you
right.
believe in you, no one else can stop you. You just got to keep going. You never know who's watching. You never know who's listening. You never know what tomorrow's going to bring you. So I encourage everyone to start it and never stop.
That's
And
right.
you're going to hit some hard times because that's life, but we are resilient. So you just get past them just like you get past everything else and keep going. Speaking of keeping going, Let's keep going on with this beautiful weather. Oh my goodness, Holly Springs, 65 today. A
Ooh,
low of 44, almost to 70, so, but 65 is good weather,
it is.
especially for March. Sunny with a few clouds, but mostly sunny. Winds out of the south-southwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. In Memphis, it's also another beautiful day, 65 degrees is the high, a low of 45, sunny. Winds at south to southwest, 10 to 20 miles per hour. And in Houston, it's 77 degrees today, a low of 59. And you know how we like it. We like the 70s because 70s, baby, a
Mm-hmm.
sunny, south by southeast winds, 15 to 25 miles per hour. It's going to
Yes.
be a beautiful day to get out. You know, I think the best part of the best seasons are spring and fall. I love the spring. You know, everything is refreshed, everything is new, it's renewing itself. The grounds are, you know, the flowers are reproducing and they're
Mm-hmm.
coming back. The only thing that I hate is this pollen. Oh, they can kill that.
Yes. The allergies. Make sure you guys, if you have allergies, keep you some allergy medicine nearby
Absolutely. And
because it is that season.
yes, the best medicine to me is water. Drinking, you got to flush those toxins out and making sure that you expel any of the, you know, the pollen that it seems like it soaks into your pores, but especially little kids, you know, kids,
Mm-hmm.
they don't understand, and you know, they want to go outside to the park and play. Well, you know, America decided to plant male trees versus female trees because male trees produce pollen and female trees produce fruit. Now just imagine if we had fruit trees everywhere versus pollen. Anywho, we're not even gonna get into it. I'm gonna get it.
I have so much to say, but
Me too.
I'm gonna be quiet.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
be
be quiet.
quiet on that issue also. I hate the pollen for my allergies and I hate it for my car. No matter how many times I clean my car, you drive it one time and I
That's
have a black
it.
car. It's gray.
And it's the color of our cars, you know, it
Yes.
picks up those that dust no
I don't
matter
know if it's
what.
dust. I don't know if
I'm
it's
getting
just
like 2 car
green.
washes per week. I'm like, good thing
Yes,
I
it's
had the unlimited
ridiculous.
version
Yes. But who has the time to keep running back and forth to the
to
car wash?
car wash.
But I'm still thankful to see the beautiful flowers and the
Yes.
trees. It's
Yes.
just they could have kept the pollen. I'm gonna stand 10 toes down on that. We could have had fruit trees instead of pollen everywhere. But you know,
Absolutely.
anywho, who's gonna start with the current events today? Today is it your
You
turn?
go ahead. I started
All
yesterday.
right.
You
Okay.
can
Well,
go ahead and
I'm
say
gonna
what
start
you got.
some good stories that I found. I
Okay.
have been tuned into Heart and Soul magazine. They have wonderful articles, and that's what I want to feed myself. I need to feed myself some positivity,
Yeah.
especially now that, you know, all you see is doom and gloom from this administration. So I need some positivity. And I was reading an article by Lisa Bennett, and it's called What If We Left? You guys, go to Heart and Soul magazine, heartandsoul.com. Go read this article. What if we left? I'm not even going to give it away, but just imagine if we left and went back to our motherland and
Mm.
took all of our inventions with us and our creativity. You know, because somebody said that they wanted to end segregation. I'm with it. Let's go.
What they
Has he said
want, no,
anything
what they
more?
want to do is start segregation.
I'm sorry.
We're
Start
integrated
it.
right now.
Yeah.
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 They
Yeah.
want to start it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
So I'm with that. I'm with it. Let's go ahead and segregate.
Sign me up.
Yeah, because if you don't appreciate all that we give you, if you don't appreciate all that we've contributed to this country, then you know we can pack our ball and our bat and we can go play somewhere else.
Hey, I got a saying for that, and I'm still in this saying because it's from the great LBJ, LeBron James. He
What
said,
did you say?
I'm going to pack up and take my talents elsewhere. And he did.
He did.
And I cried
You
when he
cried.
left Cleveland. But he said, I'm taking my talents to Miami. And he did.
I remember.
So, yeah,
I
he
was.
did. That was
I
a
was back,
quote. That was a quote that hit us hard in our hurts. We was in our feelings. But I ain't gonna go
because
all up into that. But
you can't
it's
treat
old
people.
news.
Well, it's still relevant to you, sis.
It,
But
it goes with what
and
we're
it
saying.
it goes with what we're talking
We
about.
can
You
take our
can't
talents back
people.
to the motherland, to the continent.
Yes, we don't have to stay here. He thinks that he's going to rile us up so that we'll get out in the streets and we're outraged. Man, we're not coming.
Yeah.
We're not coming. You know, but that was a nice try. They are trying any and everything to get us to get outraged. But if you think about it, there's nothing that you can do that's going to get us out in these streets. You've already done your worst. It was called slavery. You did it to our ancestors. We're not going back. What we will do is galvanize and leave y'all in the dust. That's where it sounds like y'all want to be anyway.
Kitty, you know what I'm enjoying? I'm enjoying on TikTok coming across all the Black creators and how their outlook is. And I don't know these people. Most of those people, I've never talked to them a day in my life, but the mindset
We
is
all.
very similar to mine. I mean, that's how connected our communities are. We don't
Exactly.
have to know each other. We don't have to be in the same room. We don't have to speak a word in the same room. When it's what's understood doesn't need to be spoken. We
Exactly.
understand the assignment and we okay.
Okay. You're still not going to get us to come
But we
out.
ain't getting out in those streets.
Uh-uh.
Forget
And
about that.
what's most telling to me is how many creators, not like us, other creators, decide that they want to ask, "Where's Kamala?" Well, you told Kamala that you didn't want her. What do you expect Kamala to do? What do you want from her? She is minding her Black business like the rest of us. She's resting. We are, you said that this is what you want. We have told you guys for years to listen to Black women for
Hmm.
years. And you guys decided not to. So you get what you get and you don't have a fit.
There it is.
This is what you asked for. So buckle up, Buttercup.
Manifest it. Figure it out.
Figure
Figure
it
it
out.
out.
But Lisa
Good luck.
Bennett has a wonderful article that says, "What if we left?" And I agree
I'm
with
gonna go
her.
read that.
Yes, please do. I advise everyone, go take a look. It gives you it'll put a smile on your face and really put a pep in your step, because when you realize that all these years they have demeaned us and acted as if we were the culprits, and being Black was the absolute worst thing ever for any of us to be.
All right.
And then you realize that we've been lied to, and they've been lied to, and they've been lied to, and we know who we are, and now they know who we are, and they can't handle who we are. Do
There it
with that
is.
what you will.
Right.
The next one that I came across was "Wake the F Up, They're Coming for Your Social Security" by Brenda Johnson. Yes. Another article on Heart and Soul magazine. Yeah, they're coming for your Social Security, and that is real. Elon Musk and Trump aren't just doing this for play, they're doing it for a reason.
Yes.
And they need to figure out where that $1 billion is that's missing right now. But I'm not even gonna get into that today because I haven't read and fully engulfed myself into all of it so that I actually have a conversation. But I heard something about it, but I haven't had a chance to really go do a deep dive. But what I will say is what I did read is $1.7 trillion is not part of the national debt. The government has borrowed over $1.7 trillion from the Social Security Trust Fund to cover reckless spending over the years, with a promise to pay it back until now.
So,
Now
Kitty,
they don't want to pay it back.
you mean
Yeah.
to tell me they've been going in our piggy bank, taking money from our piggy bank, because we the people work and we pay into Social Security from our paychecks, so we pay into that benefit.
Every
They've been
paycheck.
taken from our piggy bank, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And now
Yeah.
they don't want to pay us back.
They don't want to pay it back.
What?
They want to give excuses and say that it's that it's reckless spending. Yeah, we know it's reckless spending. Y'all did the reckless spending, but we want, where is my money, LaShandra? Where is my money? We not gonna play with y'all about none of this. Where is my money, LaShandra? I can't hear you, Miss Morningstar. Your sound went out. I don't understand why they think that we're just gonna sit back and say, oh, it's fine. Y'all can just have our money. No, I want every single
Can you
dime.
hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. What happened to our money? Don't play with our money.
Please don't. I'm almost there. I'm 55. I got 10 more years. I want my money. I have worked since I was 16 years old. I need all my money.
Every
I'm not
last
trying.
bit of it.
I'm not trying to
We're gonna start
hear.
calling Donald Trump and Elon Musk LaShandra.
Where is my money, LaShandra? Where is it at? Then, for those of you who get the joke, you get the joke. If you don't, just
Yeah.
understand. I'm telling them where's our
It's
money,
yeah.
ours. And then they are advising in this article, which is a beautiful, brilliant article. The writers, they're putting their heart and soul. You can tell that they are really diligent about what they're talking about. They're advising people to email and call and go to these town halls and talk to your representatives. I get it. Where is my money? I don't want to hear nothing else. Elon has lost over $330 billion in Q1. That is not my problem. That is not my problem. If you decide that you're going to bring these toddlers in and disturb people's peace by firing a bunch of folks and giving them access to our vital, crucial, private information, and then you want to get on national TV and cry and say it's the left that's lighting your vehicles on fire. I don't. Right now they told
False accusation.
false, and they put a recall on all of the Teslas,
I
the
heard.
trucks. And well, the
Wow.
things are coming apart. That the bumper is held together with glue. Allegedly, it's glue. Allegedly, people can just go out there and pull their bumper off with their hands. So you're going down the street 80, 90 miles an hour and your bumper is loose, or you hit a bump and it goes flying and hits somebody else's car. Insurance companies will soon stop covering those Teslas. Allegedly, I assume. Okay, this is just an assumption. But yeah.
That sounds like a lot of problems for
A
Tesla.
lot. But you get what you get and you don't have a fit. Didn't nobody tell Elon, who is not a US citizen, to come up here bothering folks? Ain't nobody elected him.
Nope. Nope. And no.
And Trump said that, they rigged the election and that's how he's in office. And that's the one thing that I'm gonna believe he's ever said. That's because he likes to brag about what he does, and he's bragging that he rigged it. So it's only a matter of time, folks. It's only a matter of time. Excuse me. I
Wow.
feel like we need to hold our representatives accountable because they were elected to represent the constituents, not the billionaires. They want to give tax breaks to the billionaires and take our money or Social Security? I think not. I think Elon needs to go have several seats while he figures out what next company he's going to try and acquire and put his name on. He can't go back to South Africa because the South African president said, "You're not welcome here." But I want him to try so we can see what the South African president does. I'm just curious to see what'll happen if he tries. Let's just try it, Elon. Let's just try it. It would be an interesting day for him. We're going to come right back, sis, and then we'll hop into your stories. And let's take a quick commercial break. It's commercial break time. We'll be
All
right
right.
back. You're listening to Our Plugs, the Community Connection on WKRA 92.7, The Change. We'll be right back.
Hey guys, yes, this is my nonprofit, Carter's Caring Hands. And what my nonprofit does, we give fresh food boxes to those families in need that's struggling to keep food on their tables. We also go out into the unhoused community, give out care bags here in the Kalamazoo, Michigan area. So if you'd like to donate to the cause, please go to www.carterscaringhands.com and donate whatever you can, so we together can uplift those families that's struggling to keep food on their tables. Highly appreciate it. God bless.
Timeless elegance. Redefine class. Welcome to Morningstar Boutique by Tam, where fashion at its finest, fashion that brings out your inner cuteness, and styles that make you go, "Oh girl, where you get that from?" Check me out at www.morningstarboutique.com or at ourplugs.com. Can't wait to see you.
Welcome to Nutrition You Design. Finally, your place to really get to the bottom line of your health with our functional nutritionist Gail Thorpe on board. You have a caring practitioner to get to the root cause of your health concerns when all else fails. At Nutrition You Design, we specialize in women's health, anywhere from hormones, fibroids, menopause. We have you covered. With over 200 specialty lab tests, we are like your personal health detective. We offer customized meal plans, genetic testing, stress management, and a host of other offers to really get you healthy. Be sure to book your consultation at nutritionyoudesign.com or give us a call at 877-898-5130. You can also find us at ourplugs.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
Welcome to a world that sparkles. Sparkle Cakes LLC takes custom to a whole new level. You are guaranteed to find a gift for that special someone or even a customized gift for yourself. So head on over to my Etsy shop, Sparkle Cakes LLC, and start your personalized order today. I'll be waiting to hear from you. Have a great day.
And we are back. Welcome back. You're listening to WKRA 92.7. I'm your host this morning, DJ Kitty. I'm here with my co-host, Mrs. Morningstar. And today is Small Business Friday. But before we get into it, let's go ahead and finish up our current events. I think I was a little long-winded when I was talking about
No, you fine. It's a lot to talk about. I mean,
we do have a lot.
And so yesterday, Trump signed an order gutting the Department of Education, and your president, your showman president, who likes to be a showman and run his business as if he's on a celebrity TV show, surrounded himself with children while he signed the executive order. He had children surrounding him, and they were at desk. So you're now trying to indoctrinate the brains of innocent children and who don't understand this, and don't understand the harm that it's going to do to programs that they rely on. The article that I came across, it's disgusting. It's so disgusting. So He signed an executive order that's going to basically shrink the size of the Department of Education. It's going to be much smaller, and he wants to hand it over to the states. What does that remind you guys of when states were in control of the people? Yeah. So McMahon, he's hoping she'll be the last executive to facilitate that department as she continues to disrupt and dismantle programs that are going to harm children. It's awful. All kind of programs that kids rely on, even Republican children, even MAGA children, they're going to be harmed by this disruption. A lot of people will be let go of work. It is utterly a buffoonery mess that he is creating.
It really is, and it's going to take years to undo the damage that he's causing to America. It's going to take years. How in the world will this help? America already scores very low when it comes to education against other countries. And so you're going to leave it up to who to teach these children? But that's okay. You can leave it up to we will figure it out like we do everything else. We have to figure it out.
We have to, Kitty, and we definitely have to, because shutting down the Department of Education will harm millions of children in our nation's public schools and their families and hardworking teachers. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries stated that the Congress created the Department of Education, and only an act of Congress can eliminate it, right? Which is true. So this is an executive order, which I'm pretty sure is about to be filed. They're about to go through litigation. I mean, this is what it seems to be that his presidency will be about for the next 4 years. It's going to be about a lot of court, a lot of back and forth. He's defying the courts. So this is just the beginning. Like, when you defy the courts, what's next? Like, what are the next steps when he defies? The government is defiant in the court. They defied the court yesterday. Yeah. They didn't answer the judge by noon.
And today they did show up to the courts, and they gave a crazy explanation as to why they let.
You mean Thursday they did?
Oh yeah, yesterday. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Okay. They showed Thursday.
Up. They showed up and gave a crazy explanation as to why they still let those planes go to Venezuela. They said that they can't tell the courts because of they're invoking secret privilege.
That's ridiculous.
Because because it may be a national security threat. The national security threat is Trump.
And everybody know it. And people who are supporting this foolishness, they know it too.
Yes, they do.
Let me go into. I want to keep going because I don't want to keep it holding up. So then, let's speed up. Well, let's rewind, because the Republican lawmaker Harriet Hagerman out of Wyoming. Did you hear what happened to her at her town hall? She got booed. I mean, it was hundreds and hundreds of people in that room yelling, booing. I mean, she was solely there to stand up for Doge and Elon Musk and Trump and lie. She wasn't there to soothe her constituents or tell them, what, I'm looking into trying to do this, because, I mean, they are the ones that pay your salary. Her comment to them was, it's bizarre to me to know how obsessed you all are with the government.
Excuse me?
Yeah, she said that.
Girl,
she said, you guys are yelling and screaming. You're going to have a heart attack if you don't calm down. I'm sorry you're hysterical, but this is just really over the top. I'm sorry. I had to hit the table on that one.
I'm going to say this. when it's time to vote, if y'all reelect these people who are playing in your faces and acting as if we are the problem, then whatever happens, that's on you.
And this was Liz Cheney. This was Liz Cheney's state. So this is the one who took Liz Cheney's position, because they love the Cheneys. And this is completely far to the right. Like, this is completely way far past right wing agenda. Because we know, if you were around during the Cheneys, you know they Republicans.
Real Republicans.
Real Republicans. This is some cult-like crazy bull crap. And for her to sit there and say to them, I'm sorry, you're hysterical, and this is really over the top. No, ma'am, this is people's lives you're playing with. You're playing with their livelihood. How dare you be so condescending and gaslight?
She hasn't even seen over the top, but you gonna get what you get, and you bet not have a fit. Because, baby, no, you didn't tell these people, I'm sorry. So that's like telling a woman, calm down.
After she's been assaulted, or she's been, she's been
offended
anything.
by you.
Yes.
And then you tell her to calm down.
It's terrible.
Baby, these people, oh Lord.
There was people in there expressing fears about future cuts in Social Security. They depend on that.
That's how they live, how they eat, how they pay their bills.
So these are legitimate concerns. And ma'am, you have the audacity to say those condescending fascists because you want to be under a dictator? I'm done.
Baby, it's a mess. It's a mess. This administration,
it's nice.
It's a mess. It's a hot mess. I mean, they called Trump derangement syndrome, and they put a bill out there, and then the man who put the bill out there, didn't he get arrested for trying to solicit a little girl? And the police put up a sting, and they pretended to be a 14-year-old girl, and instead
caught him.
Caught him. These are the people that y'all have.
This is who they supporting.
Making bills and making laws, and baby, it's a hot mess.
It is. Lord. Well, my last thing, and then I guess we'll go ahead and bring Miss Shanika Jack up. But a little messy, y'all. I'm gonna get a little messy.
Okay, let's
So I was looking on blacknews.com today, and I came across your favorite rapper, Kanye West.
That ain't my favorite rapper. Kanye better go send his.
That was me being very sarcastic.
I know, very.
So he made an awful he's a black or he's a Trump supporter, put it like that. And he put on X a very disturbing post about Beyonce and Jay-Z's two twin children. He called them the hard R word. Now, one thing you don't do is you do not play with people's children. You just don't. It's just some lines you don't cross. And he has completely lost his ever-loving, lasting mind. I already knew he was gone, but now he is just far, far, far out there.
Out of space.
And I don't know Jay-Z and Beyonce personal. I don't know them personally at all. I don't know what their children are. I believe it's alleged that her two smaller children are on the spectrum. Maybe her son is more on the spectrum. So what? He is a child of God. He is a blessed human being. He is here. They love their children. They are being parents to their children as any of us would be. And you say that?
Why are you messing with Jay-Z and Beyonce? They ain't said nothing.
He's been jealous of them. If we can go all the way back. Jealousy is the root to all evil. We know it very well when people are jealous.
I mean, you need to worry about them kids, them little kids that you done raised over there with that woman that's raising them, that walk around with doggone no clothes on and did a tape to get famous. That's what you need to worry about.
Your 10-year-old at the time, or she was 9 over there walking around in the bikini on camera, and you was fussing at Kim about it. But we ain't gonna get in here and talk about your children.
You need to worry about yourself. Maybe if you had made better choices, even now you're not making the best choices because you just had your wife go to the Met Gala naked. So I'm just not understanding.
People need to learn, like, your aunt, and we said that hurt people hurt people.
They do.
And he apparently has never gotten the help he needs.
Yeah, he's never got
it's way long overdue, and now he's just taking out his aggressions on just people living their everyday life and just being a complete jerk.
Yeah, because
and you just don't do that. And I'm that's another, like, I already don't fool with Kanye, but that's another reason why I would never listen to a song or play by nothing, nada.
I mean, I have no reason to listen to Kanye.
You don't attack children.
No, you don't attack children. You leave kids alone. Leave it. Why are you attacking anybody? But you know what? He does it for clout. He does it so he comes out with the most outlandish, outrageous things so that people can pay him some attention.
Then he hurried up and deleted it.
Yeah, he's just like Trump. You know, when you're narcissistic, you will say and do whatever because you want people to stop looking at everything else and all eyes on me. Baby, you're not Tupac. Don't nobody want to look at you.
We ain't interested.
You're right, powerful Black woman. He is.
We ain't interested.
No, it's a sad, but he needs to go get some help. Kanye, if you listening, go on and check yourself in because this is not normal. And this is coming from a Black woman. This ain't coming from somebody who, you know, has any vested interest in you. Go find you something safe to do by checking yourself in and maybe getting the mental help that you need, because why are you bothering people? And then I seen what his cover looks like, and it's that Jewish, or the not Jewish. I apologize, not Jewish. It's that Nazi.
Just despicable.
That is disgusting.
He is disgusting.
All those Jewish people who lost their lives, and that's what you want to do.
Whatever happens to him because he deserved it. You can't go through life being
revoked. His black card has been revoked.
It's been gone.
Yeah, he's a non-factor.
He's never welcome to the cookout. He's, as we say, he can never come.
And then all that Jesus talk and all that he was doing, that was all for
blasphemy.
You're gonna stop playing with God. That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna stop playing with God. You know, you sit up.
All right. Well, that was the end of my rant, y'all, because that just ticked me off.
It should have ticked you off. It'd tick off anybody. But you know, find something productive to do with your time. I can't even put that negative energy in my atmosphere. I gotta surround myself with positive things because that negativity is not what we need. We have to stay focused on where we're going. You know, it's just a mess, and he's very messy, and he
such a diva, just like the president.
Yeah,
such a diva. Need the attention. Need everybody's eyes on him. Need somebody to have something to say about him, regardless if it's a good thing or an awful thing.
Yeah, he doesn't care. But we're gonna focus on our
let's get into
this morning, and we're gonna bring Mrs. Jack up, and we're gonna see what our sister has going on. I know she has working hard. Hey, Mrs. Jack.
Ooh. Hey, I had appointments today. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Friday,
honey.
How's everybody doing?
Another day.
How are you?
Great. How are you?
Good. I'm free. Good. Had to get a mammogram. So people, you know, once you turn 40, if you are a female, it's usually a requirement. Once you go see your primary care, they're going to ask you to start getting mammograms. And
yes,
make sure you get it, ladies. Make sure you get it.
Please get your
check. Gotta take care of our health.
even if you don't want to get it, it's only some moments of discomfort. That's what the lady said today. Discomfort. She did good. She did great, actually. Usually, I feel like they try to torture you when you get in there, but she did okay, and I was okay. So I made it, and I'm happy.
Okay.
Yes.
That was yesterday's news. So you doing well.
Yes.
We look at you bright and shiny and beautiful this morning.
Glossy. My
Beautiful.
My grandma said the oily skin helps me be wrinkle free.
Your grandmother is right.
It's right. She's right.
She's
Kitty,
right.
I need some oil, by the way.
Okay. I'm gonna get some.
Please.
I'm gonna try and make product this weekend. I promise. I keep saying
Okay.
this weekend. I'm trying.
We all gonna be working.
Yes, we're working this week. I'm working women. That's what we do.
Of course. We all have businesses.
We do. Speaking of which, you've been working your little fingers, honey. And you have had
fire.
So how many new designs do you have now?
Posted on my business, I have 13, which is actually 26 because it comes in hoodie and it comes in t-shirt.
Okay.
So I've been working on my attitude tees is what I call them. So it's hoodies and t-shirts, but it's called attitude tees.
Oh, I like that attitude. You know, I was thinking that I know that you did one that is my favorite. No is a complete sentence.
I'm getting that one.
Of course I'm getting it. But I should have put on there, stop explaining. But you can just do a shirt that says stop explaining.
Of course. I'm here to, tell the listening audience, the names of some of them, give some tips for businesses, but I'm also here for advice for shirts that people may want because I don't know everything. And I always ask people for advice and then what you would like to see on a t-shirt. So that's why yours became one of them because that's the one you told me. So
Miss Jack, can you do us a favor? Because the morning show is not when we were on in the evenings, you were able to bless some people about what your business is. Can you explain to the new listeners in the morning what the Sparkle Kicks is all about so they can go check you out? Because, baby, we love Sparkle Kicks.
Yes, we do.
Okay. So for Sparkle Kicks, I started in actual 2020, which a lot of us were sitting around trying to figure out what to do with all this time we had at home. And I'm already retired, so I'm a retired veteran. So I wanted to do something with this time that I had. And Sparkle Kicks, the name is because I started doing sparkly shoes. So that's just a play on Sparkle Kicks. So that's where it came from, but I spell it Kix. And I actually taught myself how to do it. YouTube University is what my husband calls it. You can learn how to build a house, fix a car, and learn whatever business you want to learn how to start. So I started that business through YouTube, and I started on my own shoes. And the crazy part is I would walk around and people would ask me, like, where'd you get those shoes? Oh my goodness, where'd you get those shoes? And I had my little keychain and had my little website, and I was like, I made them. And the feeling was amazing. So that's how it actually got started. And then my husband would give me tips and things, but that's actually where it came from. I did do crochet before that, and I had Scarves by Shanika, and I just wanted to do something different. So that's where it came from.
Okay, so after you started Sparkle Kicks, then because you have several items on there outside of the shoes, you have several different items on there. You do personalized and customized products as well. So give us a couple of those as well. Let the listening audience know what else you do outside of the shoes.
Okay, so my shop is on Etsy, and Etsy is for handmade custom items. Right? You can't just go on there and just, sell things that you haven't really customized or made. So you can't sell like a product on there that hasn't had anything done to it. So I customize everything, and I have a personalization section on most of my items. So I have, my husband calls it squirrel moments. where my mind just like, ooh, 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 and it changes. And I'll see something and I'm like, I want to do that. I want to learn how to do that. Ooh, that's neat. That's nice. That's gorgeous. YouTube University. So I taught myself how to do resin art. So resin is like, if you've never seen resin art, you've seen like keychains with like a little letter on it with flowers inside it. It looks like glass. That's what resin is. And you can dye it with powders and stuff. And you can make a lot of things. Like I make, like I said, the keychains. I make dominoes, custom dominoes. You can get some custom made dominoes, custom box with resin trays, the trinket trays. You've seen my commercial.
Cutting boards.
I have, and the crazy part is the way you deal with custom is you actually get to ask the customer. Like with Miss Morningstar, she ordered her husband a custom cutting board. He's a chef. So I do a back and forth with the customer and ask them and send them a mock-up so they can look at it and approve it or tell me what they want to change. And that's what I really like about it, because when you get something customized from me, it is exactly how you want it, and it's personal. So we have custom cutting boards. We have, what else do I have? I have baby mobiles. That's resin. I have crochet stuff on there as well. There's like jewelry for weddings, little wedding, what's the little that you give when you, the wedding gifts.
Yeah, the gifts.
The gifts.
The bridal gifts.
Those things. Yeah, I have. I have those. That's what I say when I get on YouTube and start searching things. I always want to find something new. So I have like so many molds for resin just to make new stuff. So I can do the most recent are the credit card skins, which are you see people with your debit card, and I can make a custom picture to go on the front. So it's like a label that you'll take and you put it on top of the front of your card. Don't cover the back, people, please. And it's like food stamp card. It looks like a picture of a food stamp. I made one that was someone's cat. Mine has mine and my husband's picture on it, so it can be customized.
How cute.
There's a lot of different things, yeah.
Yes. Okay. And then I know over the winter time you crocheted a bunch of hats. Yes, those were real big for you over the winter.
And those hats are warm from the review I've heard in my own house. My husband, he shave his head bald sometimes, and he's like, man, I love her hat. It keeps my head so warm.
Melbo, actually, one of our chat, Melbo, she ordered one, and I had never made it before, but she sent me a picture. So it looks like a cone, and then it has a ball on the end of it. So it kind of looks like a floppy hat. And that was the first time. I love challenging myself. So I had to learn how to read patterns. Somebody taught me in Alaska. So I just look at it and, crochet. Not with the nails. Usually I'll have my nails a little shorter when I do have to crochet something, but I learned how to work with them.
Yes, I see. And let me ask you, do you sew as well?
No, ma'am.
You don't? Okay.
My sewing skills are level 1 to 10. It is a 1, a strong.
Have you ever tried?
No, ma'am.
I'm just asking because
I think you can do it.
I think you can do it. You're very
Guess
creative.
what I sewed?
What?
The first and the last time I sewed and made anything was at home economics in high school.
When you were a kid.
That was it. I used to sew like you'll see, if you go on my website, you'll see a hat and a scarf combo, right? And it'll come with patches. So I have one on there for like the Tar Heels because I'm from North Carolina and I always have that. So it'll have a patch. I will sew the patch onto the scarf.
Okay. Yeah. I just asked because my grandmother was a seamstress. My daughter, I got her a sewing machine for Christmas. And I think that your creativity, you might be getting a sewing machine for your birthday next year. I don't know. Try it out. Maybe
my mother is a seamstress, so I was taught at a young age
I was too.
How to sew and how to use the actual sewing machine. And because my mother, she would make our clothes.
My grandmother made all the
Ma-
time. She
Matching
made
outfits.
wedding dresses. She made prom dresses. That my grandmother was a seamstress. She had a
My
cleaner's office.
mom too.
I
Mhm.
did not.
But
My grandma didn't make no clothes, and I don't think I could bring another
your
piece of
grandmother
equipment in
also
this
didn't.
house.
Well, that's true. But your grandmother also didn't do sparkle shoes. So,
Oh no.
you never
Grandma,
know. You never know. You never know where you're because I see your talent. That's all I'm saying.
thank you.
And
Thank
there's
you.
nothing that you can't do. Is what I'm
There's
saying.
a lot I can and cannot do. Yes,
Well,
but I appreciate the things that I can teach myself, and that is one of the tips I have for people for starting businesses, because sometimes people think starting a business is a lot of work. It is, but it's doable as
yes,
well.
absolutely. Absolutely. So let's go ahead and get started. What did you want to start with first? The tips, or did you want to start with some ideas, or you want to tell folks the names that you've come up with? And these are, I can tell you guys, we've seen the designs. These are some really nice designs. I love them. I cannot wait to get
Yes,
Yes.
this is her new
yes.
intro into her store. So this
This
is
is
all
my
new
new
product.
squirrel moment. Yes, my
Squirrel.
new squirrel moment. And the great thing is that they'll stay on the shop. So whenever I have a squirrel moment, I add new products and new things, and you'll always be able to get them. It may be something new I'm trying for the moment, but it'll stay on the shop. So these are the attitude tees, because I've seen other people make shirts, and I was like, okay, I'm pretty sure I have some snazzy little comments and little designs, and I get some from you guys too. So I'm gonna just give you guys that are listening just a few of the sayings that are on the tee. So for the first one, no is a complete sentence. That's the one that DJ Kitty gave me. And it was something that we actually had talked about one time on my live, how to tell people no. And sometimes you don't feel like the need to explain yourself. Stop explaining yourself. Didn't you say that earlier? Stop explaining
Explain.
yourself. That's what no as a complete sentence means. You don't, if I say no, that's it. That's enough. I don't have to tell you, like your mom used to say, because I said so.
Mm-hmm.
Stop asking me why. There's one that says ethereal, black, and infinite. And I love those words because it is for Black women, because that is what we are. And I thought that just sounded like exquisite blackness.
Yes.
So then I have one that says, don't let nobody get in your head and make changes. And I came up with that because it was personal to me, but it was also real for everybody else. Sometimes we let other people get in our head and change up what we have plans for. If you set a plan, some people can talk you out of plans that you make for yourself, or just talk you out of doing the right thing. So it says, don't let nobody get in your head and make changes.
Right.
One of them, I'm going to paraphrase it because I don't want to say the actual word.
We got to take a quick commercial break. I'm so sorry. We ran over.
No.
I'm so sorry. We will be right back after this quick commercial break. See, I was so enthralled into what you were saying. You just kept talking.
I was doing the moves.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm just listening, but we'll be right back. WKRA 92.7 The Change. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Tori G, owner and founder of Say Something Tees, a statement t-shirt company. I got into this business by mistake, but the mission was no accident. As a Black female-owned brand, we do more than just sell shirts. We make statements. Our designs spark conversation, sometimes shady, sometimes in your face, but always bold. From the 92% collection, honoring Black women who always show up, to Dear Black Woman, a love letter to our strength and resilience. Our tees empower, uplift, and keep it real. Because at Say Something Tees, we believe your shirt should speak before you do. Shop Black owned, shop with a purpose. Find us at www.saysomething.biz and let's say something together.
Hi everyone, my name is Ashley Middleton, life and executive leadership coach and owner of Radiate Coaching and Development, where we provide transformational strength-based coaching and mentorship. My goal specifically is to support you in identifying your mission, your vision, and your values that help you take your power back as you are building your career. Whether it's within or outside of the corporate world, my goal is to really empower you in making decisions that work well for you. So if you want to reach out to me, by all means, you can email me at radiate@midspiration.com or check out my website at radiatecoaching.com.
Opalme Simplistic Beauty is hair care and skincare in a bottle. Take a quick survey and let us design your own formula. Go to ourplugs.com, look for Opalme Simplistic Beauty, and we can get your formula out to you as soon as possible. We hope to hear from you soon. Have a great day. And we are back. Welcome back.
We talked about that beautiful woman.
You're listening to Our Plugs, the community connection. I'm your host, DJ Kitty. I'm here with Miss Morningstar, and today we are talking to Mrs. Jack with Sparkle Kicks, LLC. Go ahead, Mrs. Jack.
I just want to talk about that beautiful woman that was on that last commercial because, honey, you look good. You look good.
Yes, she does. She's such a sweetheart. She's such a sweetheart. She is part of our plugs as well. And, you know, I talked about pollen. She's dealing with some allergy issues tonight as well. You know, it's bad over here. You know, it's bad. It's bad.
My husband has allergies.
Yeah.
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 I didn't know it was as bad as it really can be, but I don't know.
Horrible. It can be horrible. Okay, so you were just in the middle of it. I do apologize. I went over because I was so enthralled in the conversation.
Yeah, when we get, that's how I want people to feel when they read the tea. Just how you were enthralled. I want people to see it and be like, you know what, that's true. Or, oh, I like that. That's what I want. So one says, my blackness is fierce. And there's a picture of a beautiful Black woman with a beautiful head of natural curly hair. And she is just gorgeous. And sometimes you put on something and it just makes you feel fierce. It changes your whole attitude. That's what I want for that one. When people put it on, somebody to walk by and be like, I like that. That's cute. You know, my blackness is fierce. Just to give some, you know, power to the people. The one I was talking about earlier is, I'm not going to say the word. I'm going to paraphrase it. Abso-freaking-lutely not, but it doesn't say freaking. Because you know how you have people ask you all kinds of crazy stuff, like abso-freaking-lutely not. I just don't even want you to ask me nothing else. This says those two words, that's all. And that's a statement. I want the t-shirts to actually say stuff where you don't have to question what do should mean by that. What does that mean? It says what it means. This last one, what I did last, I blew past. That is a motivational shirt. And it's supposed to get you in the mindset of, I have all these things to do. I have worked on and completed my task. Y'all ain't ready for what's next. All the other stuff, what I did last, I blew past that. Now I'm about to go on a mission. So that was the motivation behind that one. So there's some more on there, but these are most of the ones with words on it.
Yes, and I love all of them. I definitely can't wait to get mine. I'm trying to think if it would be appropriate for me to wear it to work.
Which one?
No is a complete sentence. Probably not. You know, because I need to go to work with a better attitude, not tell everybody no that walks up to my desk. So no, I won't be wearing that to work, but I will be rocking that on the weekends. Absolutely.
I know I will on the weekends. I wish I could wear it to work, but we know I can't wear it to work.
No, unless I put a jacket on top of it, and then what's the point of wasting a good shirt?
Although I have did some, back in the day, some things with a jacket on, a nice blazer on, a nice t-shirt statement to work. So, I don't know. We may test the waters. It depends.
We might. I'm not going to test the water.
You know, if you put a jacket on and people see words in the middle, they're going to start asking, what does it say? What does it say?
It says, mind your business.
That's what somebody in the chat just wrote that.
Mind your business is a great statement.
And some people may not be able to figure it out.
Well, I'm definitely going to get some new ones that I have coming up. Mind
That's
your
amazing. Ms. Jack, so how much are your what's the going prices for your t-shirt and hoodies?
So right now we have two prices, $24.50 and $44.50.
Oh, that's
So the
reasonable.
Okay.
t-shirts are right. You pay a little bit more if you go up in size because it goes up to 3X. So
Okay.
for the 2 and 3X, I think it's like $1 or $2 more. But that's
Okay.
it. And then you'll pay
Makes sense.
shipping. I do have to add long sleeve because one of my best friends, she said, I work in the post office and I don't want anything touching my arms, but it's too hot for a hoodie. So I need long sleeves. And I said, okay, I will
That
go in
does
there.
make sense, though.
Yeah.
It did. It does because I can't get anything on my arm because it'll break me out. So, and I wear a lot of long sleeve t-shirts. So I will be adding those long
Okay.
sleeve t-shirts. So the price for those will be in the middle, somewhere between 24 and 44, probably 34.
Yeah.
Which will
that
fit.
makes sense.
So right now I have mind your business. Somebody said that. What did you say earlier? You said,
I said, stop explaining.
oh, stop explaining. Okay. I'm
Stop
going to do
explaining.
emotional gangster too.
I like that one, emotional gangster. That's cute. Because if you
We
think
run
about it, we're all
across quite a bit of those. Well, maybe they not gangster for real, but
They're just emotional.
just emotional.
just
Mhm.
emotional.
All
And
right. Well, let's get into some tips, okay? Because you guys already have a business, so you already know most of the things that I'm going to say. But for the people that are listening that may be thinking about wanting to start a business, how do I get started? What are some things that I may need to write or plan? Because planning is the most absolute first thing you have to do anyway. When you start a business, you can't just jump into it and wing it. You have to have a plan. So the first tip is to research and save up for products. So once you start researching, you're making a list of what you need for. You already came up with what you want to do. You got to do that first. So then you start researching either if you're making something, how do you do it? You want to let somebody else make it for you. How do you get that person to do that? How much money it's going to cost? Start saving money, put it aside for your business. You're also supposed to be researching the cost. So you'll know all of these things. And I'm a big planner because the military made me that way. But I also, like I said, I have my husband telling me, you need this too. And I didn't even think of things like that. So you may need to bounce ideas off of other people that have started a business and get some tips like what we are doing, now. Because before both of you started your business, you researched, correct?
absolutely.
I
I did
did.
a
Well,
lot
you
of
know what?
research.
I was doing a jewelry business, so I had a lot of good mentors kind of guide me into the direction of being able to become an independent entrepreneur.
Right. That's good.
Yeah.
All right. So then, if you don't know how to build a website or get a website, you need to have a site. You need to have something that people can buy your products on, and it needs to be a secure site. I've seen so many businesses, and they may work for other people, but it doesn't seem secure to me. When you have a business where you're saying DM me for purchase, I just feel like that's not trustworthy. It may be, but when you want to have an actual business and you want to have a respectful business, people have to deal with credit card information. I'm not going to deal with anybody's debit card, credit card transaction. Etsy handles that separately, and it needs to be a secure site. So that's a way that you need to start planning your site. There's a lot of sites that will make it for you. I know Shopify does. Even the site that I make my shirts, Printful, has a business where you can start your online business. So that's another part of research.
Oh, do they?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I was
So
telling Big
I have two questions.
Mhm.
Number one, okay, so Printful, you can actually go to Printful and
Mhm.
just give them your design, and then they'll get you set up to sell your shirts right from there.
That's one of the options. The way mine is set up is Printful links to businesses like certain shops, like it links to Etsy. So I connected my Etsy store to Printful. So once you finish designing and making your products, there's a button that's going to say send to store. And you'll finish and you'll send to your store. It'll let you pick the mock-ups that you want, the sizes, the colors, and everything. And it sends it to my Etsy shop and it puts it in my drafts. That way I can go in and change whatever I want in the draft. The name, the product, the if you want to put in the what it's made out of, you can put that in there.
The descriptions.
Shipping. Right. You make it personal, but they do most of the work for you. If you want to add your own description of what the product is, you can add to what they put in there already. And then you preview it and publish it on my site. That's how it works. But there's also another option on Printful where it'll say, hey, you can actually let us make the shop for you and make your stuff here, and we'll just send it out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but it's a lot of work that goes into bringing you have to have them saved in the right format, the right DPI size, all of those. You can't just take a regular picture that's not the correct size. It's not, the background hasn't been removed. It's not transparent. It's a lot of technique to it. But once you get the hang of the first one, then you know how to do the rest.
Okay. And then my second question is, there may be people out here that don't know exactly what an Etsy shop is. Can you explain what an Etsy shop is?
Yes, Etsy, if you type in ETSY, that's Etsy. Etsy is my online shop. They are all handmade. You will actually get stuff kicked out if you don't do anything to it yourself. They won't consider it handmade. So
I didn't know that about Etsy until you just talked about it today. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah. If you don't do something to the like I said, you can't just buy a random pack of socks and sell them on Etsy. You have to customize those socks or add something to it to make it different than the actual plain product, because it's not handmade. It's not custom made for Etsy.
Okay. Got you. All right. Those were my two questions. Go ahead.
That's cool.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
So can I say something too?
Yes, go ahead, honey.
So also, just I guess when it comes to your like you were saying, securing your business. Also, if you guys think about it, go through a merchant. Excuse me.
Just 1 second, folks.
Go through a merchant that's safe, it's secure. You can definitely make sure your customers are getting, are feeling secure and giving their information out. Use a merchant like Square or Swipe Simple or
PayPal.
PayPal. I mean, PayPal, if you choose. It's so many different ones out there, but definitely avoid, Cash App.
That's a true statement, though.
Or Zelle me,
those aren't secure.
Those are not. I mean, they're not. You're
secure
not
for your business.
Right. You're not. It's not going to help you with your business and your inventory and your count and what you're doing as far as your taxes for the end of the year. These are just some tips that you want to start out with. You want to start out with some sort of secure merchant payment system.
Absolutely. People look at Cash App as kind of suspect automatically and may not want to patronize your store. If I go on a website and the only payment option is Cash App, I'm closing it immediately and trying to find the item somewhere else, because I'm not. Cash App is too easy to be broken into. A lot of people have horror stories about Cash App from back.
They do have on one of the merchants where, and I think it's PayPal, where you can do, it's still going through PayPal, but they have like different options. You can do like Cash App through their service. Right. It's routed through them. So
connected somewhere.
Right.
So what you want,
places that give you invoices.
Yeah. Well, you want a merchant service simply because when it comes to your taxes, like Ms. Morningstar said, when it comes to your taxes, you want to be able to pull that information, get a report and file your taxes. You can use Cash App, However, that is not a merchant service. That is for individuals, and it's not for business. Now they may come up with something down the road, but right now Cash App is not an actual merchant, and we always suggest that you actually use a merchant. It's just safer that way and more professional. Let's just be honest. And I don't have we don't have, listen, audience, we don't have anything against Cash App, but for
No, not at all. I have a business Cash App myself. I do, because when I do specials, like on my TikTok, on my live, I did specials for the hats y'all were talking about, and my Cash App says SparkleCakes LLC. You actually have to enter in your EIN and the tax information for it. So I did get a 1099 for that.
I actually use that too for the same purpose. Cash App, like when I have sales, when I'm doing final sales, when I'm doing a final quick sale, or if I'm out doing a event, because sometimes as business owners, we do pop-up shops where we're out and but I use my merchant as well, because I can still swipe, I can still do that. And then I might use Cash App as an alternate.
Right. Powerful Black Woman said my nonprofit is a business Cash App as well. So she has her own as well, which is good.
There are exceptions.
Because I mail those things myself too. When we have to hand mail things, we use Cash App because it bypasses Etsy. It's not making a sale through Etsy. Okay. Set your budget and be strict for your products. One thing you don't want to do is go over budget, especially if you're not selling everything that you already bought. It's hard sometimes to manage how much you're going to sell, but you got to keep that budget stiff and secure, especially if you have other bills, which you normally will. And this may be a side hustle. This may be your primary. You never know, but you always have to have a set budget. This is something I had to learn. Set your prices according to your time and effort. So when I first started, especially with the shoes, because I do rhinestoning, my bling shoes are rhinestoning. So it is like picking up one piece of rice at a time to put rhinestones on shoes. And I did not understand like being paid by the hour, being paid by your time and your effort and your products and all of that. All of that has to be added in consideration for the prices of your products. And for me, I was just like, oh, I'll charge this much. And I buy the shoes. So another thing on my site, when you order shoes, I buy the shoes as well. So I had to factor that price. So when you look at the prices, the shoes are included. So my husband gave me another tip. He was like, hey, you got to go on to Etsy, look at who's doing what you're doing. Don't make it higher than them. Don't make it too low. But to start out, I had to make mine like a medium price. It's a little higher now because I have history and I have good reviews and my work is good. So you got to understand that you have to be paid for your time. Don't undersell yourself. Because some people just, trying to give discounts to family and friends. And that was another part, was don't advertise to your family and your friends, because in your mind, you're thinking all your friends and your family are going to buy all your stuff. And they're not. They're not. You have to advertise for the public. There's more people in the public than your family and friends. They're the ones that are going to be purchasing from you. So I had a lot of lessons that I had to learn, getting started. So it's good we can give these tips to people now, because we had all of the struggles and the questions that we had to ask and find answers for ourselves. But that was one of them. Evolve with trends for advertisement. Social media, you have to evolve. You cannot just depend on, let me make a Facebook post and think anybody outside your friend group is going to see the Facebook post. You got to have Facebook, you got to have Instagram, you have to have like paid advertisement through others. Google, like Etsy has their own advertisement and it'll tell you where the majority of your sales came from. If it was our advertisement, they send it out to different sites that you don't even think about. You have to venture out if you want it to reach like a broader audience, and you should. If you're trying to sell, you should be trying to sell to other people. Our plugs as well. Our Plugs LLC, please. make sure you go to our plugs. Look what you could get right now. We have advertisement. You can come on and advertise and do an interview and let us see your commercial. You're a general member. And then you can have people listen to you on the radio. Imagine
Absolutely.
that. That is
Absolutely. The listeners out here listening right now.
for the listeners out there. Please go to www.ourplugs.com and click on contact us if you have any questions, and we will be glad to answer any questions. But when you're there, browse around. Take a look at the people that have added their business and see the different variety of businesses that we have on our plugs. We have nonprofits. We have, I need to go on to the lady that does the business, not business, the vacations, the travel.
Hers is Calm Destinations.
Calm Destination. We have travel agents. Come on, y'all. You have clothing. You have a lot of stuff. Go browse through it.
Yes.
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 My last one is, don't expect to blow up immediately. Expect ups and downs. You know how you get an idea in your head, you thinking this is the greatest idea. Say if you're making shirts, oh, I just know I'm about to sell 1,000 of these. You have to lower your expectations because everybody's not seeing this the way you are seeing it. You cannot feel like you're going to just blow up unless you already have a lot of money. You already have a group of people that's going to buy from you that said they're going to do it and they mean it. You can't listen to, oh, I'm going to get this. I'm going to get this. If you do this store, I'm going to be your best customer. Don't let people gas your head up. But you have to be realistic, okay? So that's why I said set these budgets and don't spend a whole lot of money that you're not sure is going to be, received back.
That sounds like a plan. That sounds like a lot of good advice, Mrs. Jack, and we definitely appreciate you for taking out the time and speaking with our radio listeners in the radio world. You're doing such a great job, and I'm so very proud of you. Yes.
You guys, make sure you go to Our Plugs and check it out.
Check it
like
out.
she said,
Check out
all
Mrs.
the
Jack,
businesses.
her new line of shirts. So let's get your last couple minutes, 30 seconds, 45 seconds. What would you like to say last, Mrs. Jack? And thank you so much for coming.
I would like to say, please check out my Etsy shop. Go to Attitude Tees in the section. And if you're going to purchase maybe over 100, go ahead and request a coupon.
Yes. She'll be happy to give you guys a coupon. Yes, I already got my coupon. And I will be using my coupon probably tonight or tomorrow. Sometime this weekend, I will be ordering my stuff because, it's time for me to pamper me,
We support each other.
We do.
We have all bought stuff from each other.
Yeah, because why not? We're in this together, and why not encourage each other? And along the way, I know I don't even look at Miss Morningstar because she gets just about all my money because she has a boutique.
Don't believe her,
dresses me. She dresses me well.
I got stuff I ain't put on yet that I bought from her.
Yes,
I will.
Yeah, there's some things, but right now I'm trying to hold on to my little change. But I got to get Miss Jack. Miss Jack is next. So, anywho, we want to thank you once again for coming, showing up, and always supporting the family. And thank you to our folks in the chat, our family in our YouTube world. You guys are absolutely the best. Let me shout out some folks. Melbo, you show up every day. Single day. Thank you, Melbo. We love you, sis. Frank, brother, you're always here. Powerful Black woman, always showing up. I'm quite sure Bunny is out there listening. She always listens. DC, who else was out here today? Allie Gold, of course. T-Wiz, she's the other sister. So many. And I just want to say thank you all. Thank you for taking the time and listening. Mrs. Morningstar, any last words?
You guys have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy your weekend. Get you some vitamin D, some of that natural vitamin D. And thank you, Mrs. Jack, and the chat, and everybody in Radio Land. Have a great weekend.
Absolutely. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you, everybody at WKRA, Holly Springs and Mississippi, Mississippi, and Memphis, Tennessee. Enjoy your weekend. See you Monday. Hey, y'all. It's DJ Kitty.
And Miss Morningstar.
We are here from Our Plugs, the Community Connection, and we will be your new morning host on WKRA 92.7 The Change.
Yes, we will be broadcasting Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time.
We'll also be streaming on YouTube at Our Plugs LLC.
Be sure to tune in.